Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's go. We are back. Welcome on back. Sorry we missed you yesterday. Some travel stuff. It was just a busy Saturday for all. But look, we're here. If you thought we were going to miss an NFL Sunday, you're crazy. Especially considering some of the things that the Chicks Picks Queen down there has got going on with some of her free bets to hit today. As always, the professor who rain, sleet, hail, snow is throwing picks out no matter what. And it's your boy Poolside Pat here. New location. I'm at a buddy's house, but we're here. We're making it work. We're doing our thing, and as always, it's just the best of us. We're bringing one thing only, and that is the hot tips.
Hot tips
to help
your bets.
And if you hop in the chat, she's not contractually obligated. I am, but Jen, I'll let you tell the people really quick what you got going on when it comes to those free bets today. Because maybe somebody can throw you a fun bet to throw some on.
Sure. So last Monday, I hopped in the DraftKings King of the End Zone competition, and I put the Patriots down for the touchdown, and they got it. The Patriots defense for the touchdown, and they got it. So what I was awarded was 6 free $50 picks. So I could put 6 picks on for $50 on anything I wanted to. And if they hit, then I can take the money and cash out or keep playing with it. I have 6 of those. I've only bet one of them, and that was yesterday. I did pick the Alabama money line, and I lost. But I've got some today, and then I would love for the chat to throw one in that I could do as well. So we'll kind of see what happens in the chat today. If no one has anything recommendations for me in the chat, then we'll pull something together on our own. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's when we woke up on that was the Thursday night game, right? No.
I think it was Monday.
That game. Yeah. Thank you. When we woke up on Tuesday, I felt it in my plums that Jen had put one of the two teams to have a defensive or special teams touchdown. And when you shared with us that you hit it, I was like, duh. But yeah, so again, if you're going to hop in today, I'll make sure I share this a bunch of times. Let's see if we can get anybody in here. If you got a bet for Jen for $50, she doesn't have to because she's not contractually obligated like me. But maybe she'll consider it and take you up on that. But let's get into it. We got a little bit more than an hour till kickoff. So let's do the thing to make sure we don't get in trouble real quick, and then we will hop into our jam-packed day. No same name game today just because I am away. And I just didn't have time to really put anything together, but that will be back tomorrow. So let's get to it. It is the disclaimer, and CJ would be so mad at me that I did that wrong. Number 1, we are not paid professional gamblers. This show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Number 2, please gamble responsibly at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford, and only bet what you can afford to lose. That is the best piece of advice I've ever been given in my short gambling life. And number 3, gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. And you can do so with 1-800-GAMBLER. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, National Help Hotline, where you, loved one, friend can get the help that they need. They can put you in touch with the resources that you need to get that help. We are not currently affiliated with or sponsored by any sportsbook. I know we've said it in the past, but I want to put an emphasis on yet. But we are, however, affiliated with what is on my sometimes cool looking face. Nevin Eyewear. Look at this. Got the blood fades on today. Blood fades, Nevin. They're polarized. They're never. Oh, I actually, wow. Surprised I never realized that their slogan was right on the glasses. Never odd or even. They're Nevin. Makes sense. Sorry that I never said that, Nevin. Um, blood fades, polarized, form fitting. They make you look cool. And you can use our link that will make sure. I'm bad at this. It's usually what CJ does, but if he doesn't pop in, I will make sure I do it. Click on that link, please, because it makes sure that they know that we sent you there. And selfishly, we get a little bit of a kickback. Hey, just want to be transparent. But 30% off of one. Oh, see, Rob's rocking his right now, too. 30% off of one. Or the best deal, in my opinion, is buy one, get two for free. And I believe I saw that they are still running the promotion where you get a free mystery pair if you do that deal. So you pay for one at full price, and then you get two for free plus a third. So you get four essentially for $70. But you will also get free shipping over 50. So you're getting free shipping and you're getting four glasses for the price of one. So check them out, Nevin. Let me read this one more time. Never. I gotta work this into my spiel here. Never odd or even. It is Nevin Eyewear. That's actually pretty catchy. So shout out to Nevin. I'm surprised I just found that out. That's crazy. That's on me. Got to do my homework. But speaking of homework, we're going to go to the other thing that we are sponsored by. And if you've done your homework like our professor here, he's hit this 5 in a row. And I'm going to let him tell you all about it.
Yeah, so best bet, we're going with Player Profit. Player Profit is a challenge system that's kind of built like a sports book. So essentially, you're playing, you buy a package, they give you a bankroll to bet with, then you have to pass 2 challenges before you can actually have access and withdraw money from that bankroll. So the packages range from $30 to $500. If you use our code JTBS, you get 10% off regardless of what package you buy. The lowest package of $30 is a $1,000 bankroll. So essentially what you're trying to do for challenge 1 is to get to 20% profit before you get to 15% losses. If you're able to complete that in challenge 1, whatever balance you've made it to up to that point, you have to do it again, get to 20% profit before you get to 15% losses. If you can complete that on challenge 2, then you will be considered funded. You will be able to withdraw up to 70% of all profit up to that point and all profit going forward. There are a lot more rules, regulations, stipulations. I would check out playerprofit.com, watch their 2-minute YouTube video that explains it a lot better than I did. But if you're looking for the best bet of the day, again, we've hit this 5 of 6 this month and 5 straight. I did the math. It's up almost 4 units. So you would have passed challenge 1 if you'd been betting them the last 5 days. Because you'd be up, if you bet $50 a day on each of them, you'd be up over right around $200. And that would have been 20%. But best bet of the day, Bears plus 6.5 at -105. Look, I don't understand this line being as big as it is. I don't necessarily know if the Bears are going to win this game, but I just don't see this game getting out of hand. I think it's going to be close. The Bears have been on a roll lately, and the Packers kind of fluctuate. One week they look like they're world beaters, the next week they look like they can't beat the Vikings. The Bears are 8-4 this year against the spread, 5-2 against the spread as underdogs. To me, and this is a battle for the top spot because they're only 1 game apart in that division. I think there's going to be a ton of running on both sides of the ball this game. All the Bears want to do is run the ball down your throat, and Josh Jacobs on the other side is going to have to run the ball a lot. Plus, they have that Wilson kid that's starting to come in a little bit. I think it's going to be a lot of running. I think it's going to be a close-scoring game, so 6.5 just felt too big to me. And like I said, we're hoping to go 6 in a row with this.
I love the Bears today. Before I even knew that this was your bet, I'm big on I think the Bears are better than people are giving them credit for. I mean, they're not going to apologize to you for being 9-3. You know that. So, yeah, Jen, any thoughts on the Bears?
No, I agree. I like it.
I'm not gonna lie. This bet's coming from a guy who was the biggest Bears doubter, and I'm not necessarily thinking. I'm not saying I think that they're the best team in the NFC, but they're also not a 7-point underdog to the Packers either. That's my thing.
Yeah, if you honestly, I mean, this is not your bet, or your bet is your bet. If you
Right.
even want to move that to like the 7.5, get the touchdown
Yeah.
and the hook, like I wouldn't hate that either. You're gonna have to sacrifice a little bit more, but I think that uh, like you said, the Bears are built. Both teams actually, especially if Jordan Love is playing well, both teams are built for the Decembers and the Januaries of that good run defenses, good run game, good defenses in general, and quarterback play. Look, Caleb Williams is not blowing anybody out of the water. In fact, he is. I think he does have the worst completion percentage of any of all the 32 starting quarterbacks. But he's not losing you games. And that's
Right.
all you need.
He's not committing the turnovers he made last year. That's the big thing.
Correct. And Jordan Love, who has had a couple of like up 6-7 type games.
Jordan Love is the most inconsistent quarterback on the planet.
Exactly. Thank you. Like that's he's looked like what we think he was, like this next superstar, and then he's looked like a complete dud, Jameis Winston. And I love Jameis, but it's true. See, I can make fun of my guys too, but you guys are not allowed to talk about LeBron. So there you go. Anyway, I shouldn't have even said his name on here. We should just ban it. We should just ban LeBron from the show. But that is that. Let's move on. I don't know. I put him. So it's funny. I put this all together, but I don't know what order I put him in. Oh, okay, cool. I think I had a feeling I did this first so we can get it out of the way. It is Just the Betslips proudly presents to you Only Scores, and this is a big one today. And we'll even if yours comes up before all of ours, I want you to go last so you can explain why this is a big deal today.
Okay.
Josh Allen, that was CJ. I'm riding with it. Oh, and it's not up because
I don't see it on the screen. There we go.
And there we go. Josh Allen. I'll speak on this because actually I have him in a bet as well. He might be the most interesting man in the NFL. Like Dos Equis version of a quarterback. Like he's just all over the place. One game he'll throw three touchdowns, 3 interceptions. One game he'll run for 2, throw 1, throw a pick.
Hold on, Pat.
Sometimes it's perfect.
Pat, hold on. Is this right? I think that's last week's.
No, this is right.
Because I don't. Who took Josh Allen?
CJ.
No,
He
CJ. He took Jacobs.
I have him as taking Jacobs.
Yeah, he took Jacobs. That's why you got it different than we did.
Yeah. Yep. I just saw Josh and I assumed that was on. That's why you don't assume because it makes in this situation an ass out of me. Do you know what his individual one was?
Yeah, it's minus 175.
Okay, and then what did you get it at? So I could just correct that.
1223.
Well, I stand by what I was saying about Josh Allen, by the way.
That's true. So well, I'll tell you what we'll do is you didn't do a name game, but we're going to tell everybody bet the Josh and Josh name game because that hits all the time, and he's both of them.
There you go. I appreciate you saving my ass there. And you got 1223?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And reset. Ladies and gentlemen, Just the Betslips proudly presents to you Only Scores, where the first one was obviously always Josh Jacobs, and that doesn't need to be really said anything about because it's
no. And I have him on the 750 club, so I'll talk about it just because I have all the stuff down. He's scored in 8 of 11 games this year. He had a streak where he scored like 20 straight. Like I said, both of these teams are going to look to run the ball a ton. The Bears do allow 133 yards rushing per game, so Josh Jacobs should have a field day as well as all of the running backs in that game. So I feel like he gets in the end zone today.
Only thing I'm worried about is that I think the Bears' defensive front is better than people give it credit for, but their bread and butter is the secondary. So, yeah. And by the way, if you want to add Josh Allen to this,
you could.
You could. You absolutely could. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you cover that after we get to the next two, just so you can explain to the people what's going on with this. I have Bowers. Look, first of all, he had 2 last week. He's the only bright star for I've said it every week. He's the only bright star for this Raiders team. I also These are all big names for fantasy football. To like the last week of fantasy football. I have Bowers in 2 out of the 3 of my leagues, and he, whatever. The Raiders are the Raiders. I hate them, but if anybody's going to do anything, it's him. It's at home. The Broncos are tough. I get it, but the Raiders could get shut out for all I know. But it's a little juicy at 195, so set it and forget it. And then HN, that was you, Rob, right?
Yeah, so look, A-Chain has had a field day as of late, and he's going against a team that he could probably run. I'm not putting this on the show today, but I bet A-Chain to run for 120 yards today at plus 338. I think A-Chain is going to have 20 carries, probably 140 yards, and 2 touchdowns in this game. They're going to run the ball down the throats of the this game is Tua in the cold does not play well, to be clear. They know that, so why not just give it to the one guy who can run in the cold, and that's AJ.
There you go. And as definitely had this right the first time, 12-23. So I'm gonna have to rebet that now. Just now that I say that, but I will. So
And I'll jump in
Jen,
with my Derrick Henry. I think that game is going to be very much like the Dolphins game. I think Derrick Henry is going to run a ton. I think they are going to go back. The Ravens are going to go back to the running game. And Henry scored 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games. And I think this is about to be at least his 5th touchdown in 4 games. So I'm putting him down for today. I am so confident in this group of folks we've got leading the show that this is going to be one of my $50 free bets. I told you I'm trying to go safe with most of them, but this is my swing for the fences. I believe in who you all believe in. So combined, I'm putting $50 on for a plus 1223. Can't wait. I really want to hit this.
and what does that pay out?
A lot.
Just doing quick math is probably right around 600.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
So let's hit it. Let's hit it.
Let's just do it. Why don't we just hit it? Like,
YOLO.
I mean, we hit like half of the ones we did last year, so why not now?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, we did. We were hitting them like crazy last year at the end of the year.
Well, that is true. A lot of the times we were doing four-leggers. We weren't doing
we were doing the 4-leggers.
Because once you add that 5th leg, it gets crazy. But yeah, I love it. I'm hyped that we have actual skin in the game on this one. So
yeah,
big fan. And let's keep this train rolling. Let's keep the money train rolling. Oh, he's not here.
That's all right. I can talk about it.
Okay. And if he hops in, he can always.
Well, we don't really have to talk about Derrick Henry as Jen just did.
Correct.
But he has a stat. Henry is the only reliable player in the Ravens offense, and the Ravens are at home versus the Steelers team in disarray. I agree with that. I do agree that Derrick Henry is going to run a lot, and when Lamar Jackson is healthy, Derrick Henry typically is better. So I think that them two combined in this game can run a ton. To me, this game is a 50-50. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure who's winning that game because that game is always close no matter how good or bad either team is. And honestly, This is not your father's Ravens and Steelers. These are not the defenses that they used to be. No. Both of these defenses are ranked probably in the bottom 10 of the league. So I still think it's going to be close. I still think they're going to want to run the ball. It's getting cold out, and when it gets cold out, the running backs start to take over.
I mean, hey, we obviously are all riding with Henry today, and you'd think if he gets going against a putrid Steelers defense, then anything can happen. Yep. But I do agree with what you said that these games are always like these are always 12-round brawls.
Yep.
And we will see what happens. Jen, any thoughts real quick before we move on? I know you already talked about Henry.
No, I almost did money line for Baltimore with parlayed with a Derrick Henry touchdown, but I didn't just because I'm so uncertain about who's actually going to win this. It'll be a good game.
You don't know what Steelers are going to get. I mean, you know that they're not going to overwhelm you by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
But they, every now and then, that old cat in Pittsburgh, he sometimes figures it out. I guess. Oh, shout out to Sarah. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Sarah, if you got a bet for Jen, she's betting. She's got a bunch of $50 bets. If
Bring
you
it.
want to throw
Bring it,
anything in
Sarah.
there. Even hockey bet. I know the Canes are playing today. So if you got anything, Sarah, throw it in the chat. Thank you for joining and thank you for watching. All righty, let's move. Let's keep it rolling with. Again, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the hopefully the moneymaker today is what we're gonna say. Do you need to get the earrings?
She's trying to walk in another room because my dog is going crazy right now.
Oh, okay. We'll wait.
Oh, sorry about that. That was horrible timing.
You're good. You're good.
My mobile office just locked out my coworker. Okay. Who is now barking furiously in the hallway. All right, hold my earrings bet. Today, these are not for sale, but this is from my personal collection. My husband says they make my eyes dance. I think he's just being smooth, but
That is a smooth comment.
these are some blue earrings that make my eyes dance, apparently. All right, so we are going a different way with hold my earrings bet today. As you can see on the screen, I'm going with, I can't get the earring back in. Hold on, folks.
And you can just randomly hear banks going off.
All right, we're back. We're back. All right. Either or touchdowns is what we're doing today for plus 181. I've got Rashad White or Bucky Irving. 5 games they have both played in. One of these has had a touchdown in every one of those games. And Bucky Irving, I see him getting 75 or more yards today, and because of the game script, and I think I see them running a lot. So I think one of the two of them is going to get a touchdown. Then I've got Devontae Adams or Zonovan Knight. Adams has had 12 touchdowns this year, partnered up with Stafford. And Knight, who I was not really familiar with until I started doing some research, had in the last 3 games had a touchdown. So I'm going to say one of them is going to get a touchdown this week or this afternoon. And then finally, name of the day, Derrick Henry or Jalen Warren. Henry, again, the Ravens are going back to the run game. I think he's going to get a touchdown. Warren, Gainwell and Warren split carries, but I'm leaning towards Warren this week to actually get the touchdown. So that is my hold my earrings bet today. White Irving, Adams Knight, Henry Warren, plus 181. Let's do this. This is another one of my $50 bets. Again, if you're not part of DraftKings, King of the End Zone, jump in it. I did it last week. I picked the Patriots to get a touchdown. They got one. I got paid, or I got benefited 6 $50 bets. I used one on Alabama money line last night. I'm using one on hold my earrings. I'm using one on our anytime touchdown parlay that we just shared. I'm looking for a defensive touchdown. So if anyone in the chat, that's how I got my money. So I'm going to stick to it. Anyone in the chat wants to throw out who they think will get a defensive touchdown this week. I'm tossing between the Broncos, the Browns, and I've even thrown the Commanders in my radar. So please, chat, if you have a suggestion on who I should pick, and even if it's not one of those 3 for a defensive touchdown this week, please let me know. But that is my hold my earrings bet for today. Any thoughts?
I love it. And anybody's confused who Zonovan Knight is, his name is Bam Knight now, is what he goes by.
He goes by Bam, yeah.
if you're watching the game, they're going to call him Bam, not Zonovan.
Which he should just go by. Zonovan's such a cool name. Like,
I remember Zonovan last
Zonovan?
year, and then this year when I heard him at the beginning of the year, they said Bam Knight. I said, "Who was Bam Knight?" I was like, "Oh, that's the same guys from last year."
Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's like for Bam Bam. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, as a running back, it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was, but after the research, I'm throwing him in.
I will say, Jen. The only reason that I kind of like the Commanders is JJ McCarthy's playing, and he has thrown 2 interceptions in 4 of the 6 games he's played in.
I first of all, one question, and then I do have a defense you could look at. What do these get like individually? Like these like either or?
They're probably like minus 200-ish, depending on who they are.
Yeah, I didn't bet them individually. Yeah, they were about the minus the 100s, I think.
Like as our guy Benny used to say, or when he would say, like they're good like stackers, like they're good like builders. You could
Yeah.
throw them in with like a different. You could throw them. I don't know if you can actually parlay them with other things, but
So I can tell you, I bet one today, and it was a 5-legger, and like the Adams Puka, that's minus 500, but McLaurin Debo is minus 130. It just depends on who the players are.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I actually I'm really interested in those bets. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It
And
gives you a
my
little
defense,
protection, a little safer than just betting their
yeah,
solid touchdown. So I like it.
just the one guy, yeah, exactly. Because especially with these running backs, you're always gonna you seem to always have a vulture,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of vultures, go birds.
Love it.
My one I would say would be it might not be popular, but it's going to be as our resident meteorologist told us. It's going to be cold in Green Bay, and the Bears take away the ball more than any other team. If not number one, they're right there. They don't. I don't know scoring defense wise what they are, but they do take the ball away. So can they run one back? Maybe. I know that they have a solid special teams unit as well. I mean, I guess you can't really go wrong with. Hold on, I have one more. Bueller. No, never mind. They're off.
Yeah, I'll put
obviously.
Bears on the radar. I had the Broncos on there because I think their pass rush is, going against them is just going to be great. Cleveland's going
You
against
got
the
some time.
Titans. They have the second most sacks this year. They've got turnover issues. Second most fantasy points to opposing defenses. Sorry, Pat, they sacked Geno Smith 10 times 2 weeks ago. And then the Commanders because they're going against McCarthy. So, but yeah, I'll add the Bears to that list. I got to pick one.
Another one. Browns are facing the Titans, and the Browns are tied for the most defensive touchdowns this season.
Oh,
Also, Texans and Seahawks are just also safe bets.
I thought about the Texans.
Yeah. Oh, I love trying to spend Jen's money.
Right?
It's fun.
Those are all about plus 450. So $50 on that.
Yeah.
Again, my goal with some of these is just to make my money back. The other is to let's go over the top.
That's what, and I'll remove this for a second, and then we'll get to I think we're to the last dance club segment, and then we get to the green stuff. So about 45 minutes. We're making good time. Rob had said, "Oh man, Rob and CJ have said this to me, which it didn't really click, because I'm kind of an idiot, but like when you have those free bets, there's a couple of ways you could go about it, right? You can either do a bet that you just win that $50 free bet, right? So then, or whatever you put on the $5, right, or whatever you put on the New England defense to score. So you bet something just to get that, and maybe add on with the $50, or you go big or go home with like an only score bet, and since you have 6 of them, you could kind of spread them out,
right?
Yeah. I mean,
right.
What a hit! Can we just quickly just clap it up for the dancing eyes of your lady there?
Well, thank you. I bet crazy things like that. I love defensive touchdowns. Some of you, I don't know if I said it on the show or not, but I did say it on the show. I put Aiden Hutchinson to get a defensive touchdown. Now, he did not get one, but he was all over that quarterback, and all it took was for him to get that ball and run 20 yards and be in. So I don't regret it.
He almost did too. He was close.
Yeah, he came close.
Yeah.
And for those of you who aren't familiar with DraftKings for that King of the End Zone, I put $10, which my husband laughed at me. He's like, "You put $10 on this?" And then I hit, and then he wasn't laughing anymore. But I put $10 on it, and immediately got paid out $60. So I've already made my money back times over. So this is all kind of extra.
You're literally playing with free money. I love it.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to bring this back up, and I think we are getting close to, if it is not, yeah, I think, yep, I stacked you guys on top of each other. Pause. It is time for the most inclusive club of the ever. I don't know what I was going to say. The most inclusive gambling club that's ever existed. There's never been a more inclusive club. I can't say this enough. It is time I'm going to move him down in a second. Oh, look at him go. Look at him go. He's ready to win some bets. Look at that guy. It is time for the 750 Club with the professor. All right. This is your professor, by the way. When you think Professor Parlay, you think this man right here. Look at him. Looking all. What's the word I'm looking for? Just looking like a professor. And I'm going to bring him down and let him tell you. The one thing is that you don't talk about Fight Club, but the one thing you do with this is you tell absolutely everybody. I'm going to let him tell you about it right. And I clicked the wrong button right now.
This is not right.
That's not right.
No.
That's not right. So he can tell you about how that one missed by one.
Yeah,
right?
it did. It sure did, actually. It missed because the Lakers got blown out.
Here, let's do a live one because there's only 4 of them. You want to tell me live and I'll put them in?
Yeah, Josh Jacobs,
That's my
anytime
bad.
touchdown.
I was too busy about the only scores. That's 2 strikes on me today. I'm going to get kicked out of doing this.
Bucky Irvin, anytime touchdown.
I saw it too, and I just didn't put it in.
James Cook, anytime touchdown.
Officially not allowed to go to my brother's house, by the way. So
And Quinshawn Junkins, anytime touchdown.
all right, and
All right, and that's plus 759, so it's close to that. And then I
There you
boosted it to 1064, by the way.
Maybe Jen
All
should
right.
bet this.
I
All
might.
right.
Yeah.
So going down the
Go ahead.
list, I already talked about Josh Jacobs for the only scores. Didn't know CJ was going to throw him on our only scores, but I love him today. Like I said, he's hitting 8 of 11. Recently had a 20 game streak, and he's going against a team that allows 133 yards rushing per game. Bucky Irving, anytime touchdown. He just came back from an injury last week, and you think, maybe they're going to take it easy on him. Nope, 17 for 61 and a touchdown last week. He's going against a team that allows 128 yards rushing per game. He's going to have a big day today. James Cook, 8 rushing touchdowns this season on the ground, 1 through the air. He has scored in 7 different games, and he's going against one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. Therefore, I feel good about James Cook. I feel good about Josh Allen. I feel good about all the running in that game. Then Quinshawn Junkins, anytime touchdown. He has 7 total touchdowns this year. This team is going to lead heavily on the run with rookie quarterback at the helm. He has had 78 carries over the last 4 games, which is wild. And the Titans are one of the worst teams in the league against the run. I think that he is going to probably get close to 20 carries again today in a game that's going to be ugly and probably low scoring. I think he gets in the end zone once, maybe twice. And I got this at plus 759, boosted it to 1064 on DraftKings.
Jacobs, Irving, Cook, Judkins. Who's the one that? I'm sorry. Well, who's the one that you said had 78?
Quinshawn Junkins.
That's wild. I guess the Browns can't really do anything else.
Well, I mean, you've got Shador Sanders at the helm, still learning the game. So they don't want to put a lot of pressure on him, so they're running. And before that, they had Dylan Gabriel, who was also, learning the game, and they want to run. So that team is defense and run. That's what they do. That's how they do win games. It's how they're probably going to win the game today.
What's wild also is if that team just had a competent, like a Jacoby Brissett, they could be they could be potential playoff team. Like truly, I truly believe that. Jen, is this something that you might put one of your bets on?
I'll consider it. I mean, all 4 of them are going to get a ton of rushing yards. I've got a couple of them. I'm doing a side bet of 50 plus rushing yards, which is way low for some of these folks, and it includes Jacobs and Junkins. So, yeah, I think they're going to get a ton of yards, all 4 of them, and it'll end up in the end zone.
Josh and James are pretty much a lock. Bucky, I've said it last week. You think they're just going to, especially for a late playoff push, they're going to try division playoff push. They're going to try and they have two of their last 3 games are against the Panthers, the Bucks. So you would think that they want to get him ramped up, and then Judkins' stat is actually just wild. So yeah, I mean, if we've ever had probably a better shot than ever at the Sympathy Club today. So I like it. I love it. And yeah, that we are now at the time where the two of you get your fingers ready to point down below because it is the name game, not the name game, excuse me. Shouldn't have said that. It is the namesake of our show. It is the original segment stemming all the way back years now. Holy crap, we've been doing some version of the show for a long time. I don't know. I had to reminisce real quick. But it is green. It is plushy. And it is Let's Tabletop. Bang. Look at wow. You guys. Jen's rising up the rankings. It's hard to put CJ in there because he's generally not doing the pointing. But I mean, got to give credit. Rob, you have nothing to worry about being number one. So just want you to know that. But Jen, hey, especially if she wins some of these $50 bets, I might just have to have her leapfrog. But it is me. I went a little light, and as I actually said here, let me throw myself to the star front here. I had to go a little light. It's not like me, especially on NFL Sunday. I've been busy, but at the same time, this is not an excuse. I usually would, but I've just had a bad couple months now when it comes to winning bets. And even my side bets this month have not, like the ones I don't put on the show, haven't been doing well. So I had to go a little lighter, hit a couple of these, and we're right back in it, though. Already talked about Brock. I went fantasy team heavy, other than Josh. Josh was just a fun one that I thought of on the spot. So Bowers, he's all of the Raiders. And by the way, nobody on here should ever apologize to me when talking about the Raiders because I know I hate them. They stink. They're my favorite team, but they deserve all of the ridicule. They deserve to be trashed at all the time. So I don't care. Just want that to be on the record. Little fun, Josh Allen. I kind of spoke about it when I mistakenly had him on the only scores. He's good. What I put together is a Josh Allen game. Running on in, throw for two, throw a pick. I think it's a quintessential Josh Allen game.
It does sound very Josh Allen to me.
Especially when they're in the position they are at where he has to kind of be Superman. I know that they're leaning more on James Cook, which they should. They shouldn't have Josh Allen be the superhero anymore. I know he's the reigning MVP. I know he's still awesome. But it's a very common saying, and I didn't come up with it, but he's like a Madden player that just mashes all the buttons and sees what happens. Like he's Josh Allen. And this is I was thinking about it while I sat down. I was thinking, what am I going to bet? I said, you know what? This would be a fun just Josh Allen is Josh Allen bet. That's what I'm going to call it right now. And you got it at a decent price, $4.75. Bijan, 2+ touchdowns. He's on a generational tear right now. I don't have the exact numbers, but I saw recently that he became one of only 2 running backs to have the. Again, I'm not going to speak on my ass, but which I do a lot. To have a certain 3 stats. So they was rushing some kind of rushing yards, receiving yards, and touchdowns in their first 4 seasons. I think it was something around there. Him and Davian Tomlinson. I mean, the dude is electric. He's unbelievable. And he's on one of my fantasy teams. So give me 2 touch, and I need to win to get into the playoffs. So Bijan 2+, and then Devin Neal. We've bet a couple of strange Saints players to score touchdowns this year. This is not that strange because Kamara being out, he steps in, and I was able to snag him on the waivers early yesterday. And I mean, look, it's against the Bucs, divisional game. Saints are the Saints. I just think he's been running well. So give me Devin Neal to score not just because I need him money wise here, and I need him. And I just need him for my fantasy team because that's the one I have him in that one. I literally need win and help. So give me Devin Neal. And then, did I spell his name right? I hope so. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. There's only 2 ways to spell Devin, right? And then look, Phil and Pucky. This one is for CJ, who I believe it might be able to hear me right now. I'm not quite sure. No, he's driving. I'll have to add him. Flyers. This is a risky one. So do not put your $50 on this, Jen. It's Flyers at home. I wanted a hockey bet, and it's actually Professor versus me today. It's Vegas in New York today, so I didn't want to touch that game. So instead, I went with the other one, the other community pick, and that's the Flyers. They are at home, but against the Avalanche. So do with that what you want. Flyers at home. Who the home team? That's where I'm going.
Who
So
the home team?
that's what I got there. And let me just back out and welcome to the stage from his mobile office. It is the PD King himself. What's up, man?
What's going on? Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry I couldn't be in the start, but yeah, I'm here now.
You're good. And Rob did a good job, and Jen had Derrick Henry, so we talked about that a little bit. But before we get to the Robs, did you want to speak on your PD of the day real quick, or do you want?
Yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry, like it's not hard. Like Derrick Henry, is the only consistent member of that Ravens offense, and I had a video. Did you not see the video? It's not in there.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I've been having a bad graphics
good.
day. Yeah.
It is all good, my friend. Yeah. So Derrick Henry, only consistent member of the Ravens offense, and they should beat the Steelers today. So Derrick Henry finding the end zone. Actually, a little behind the scenes inside baseball. Jen, when we put our only scores, Jen jacked Derrick Henry before I could get it, so then I had to go to a different route. But it's okay.
And I screwed that up.
This will be the second straight week. This will be the second straight week if my pick did not hit, and Derrick Henry does hit. This will be the second straight week I've gotten sniped on my pick for only scores, and my second pick failed. So, I'm throwing that caveat out there.
Already starting with excuses.
Listen, new month, new me. I'm just going to start these.
I will say that I have zero doubts in Josh Jacobs today, so I wouldn't worry about it.
And I put Josh Allen.
And yet, here we are.
I screwed up and accidentally put Josh. I saw Josh, and just for whatever reason, my brain went Josh Allen when I quickly looked in the chat. So I had originally put that, and then Rob was like,
he started rambling off about Josh Allen. I was like, that's not our bet.
But you can also add him if you want for a 5-legger. Just saying. No, and we'll get to Professor, and then I did just look, and I saw that you did a tabletop video. But since you're here, if you could just do that, you could just do that live.
I'll do that live. Yeah.
All right, cool. So let me bring up the Professor. Do we not have a tabletop for Jen? We got to make one if we don't. Just in case. I don't know. I know we have.
If she ever wants to put a tabletop up, I mean, honestly, she could take the one formerly known as Amanda Queen Bee.
Oh boy. Just don't offer her coffee. All right.
I think I might need a brand new tabletop.
Well, Jen, you let me know your favorite game in the casino, and I will get you your own personal.
Hers is roulette.
All right.
To take somebody.
Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, maybe they can both have roulette.
Yeah. Why not? Speaking of, here is
roulette.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about here because it's Sunday and I put up a lot of bets on Sunday, and I have about 15 more that I didn't put out here, so you're welcome for that. I took 5 games that I think that these teams are going to win outright, and I have a field goal being covered. The ones I feel the most confident about, I took -2.5. The ones I was not quite sure about, but I thought was going to be close, I took +3.5. So I've got Seahawks -2.5. I moved this line down. I think they win this game. I think they cover I think they cover the 6.5, 7 point spread. I think it is. I still think they're one of the top teams in the NFC. I think they're top 3-4 teams in the NFC right now. They play good defense, and Sam Darnold. Say what you want about Sam Darnold. He's been the quarterback throwing to the best receiver in the league for like 3 or 4 years straight. So either it's the receiver, it's him, or it's a combination of the two. I don't really care. He's been playing well. I think he keeps it going. Bucks -2.5. The Bucks have won 2 of the last 3 at home. The Saints have lost 2 of the last 3 on the road. The Bucks are getting healthy, and they're just an overall better team. So I'd like them to cover by a field goal. Commanders plus 3.5. Washington's offense is actually fully healthy for the first time since week 2. You're getting Jaden Daniels, McLaurin, Debo. All of the receivers are healthy. They're running it out there, and you're going against a Minnesota team that has J.J. McCarthy back, which is actually a letdown for them. Well, not from Max Brosmer, but slightly better than Max Brosmer, maybe. But I just looked it up. J.J. McCarthy has not played a game this season. He did not throw an interception in. He has thrown an interception in all 5 games he's played. He has thrown 10 interceptions in 5 games.
Wow.
This guy turns the ball over like nobody's business. And ever since Dan Quinn took over the play calling for the defense, the last 2 weeks, the defense has actually played very well. They almost won against the Broncos. They lost in overtime to the Broncos and the Dolphins the last 2 weeks in close games that didn't get over 24 points. I think that they can win this game today. The Dolphins plus 3.5. The Dolphins have played well over the last month. They haven't been as quite Jekyll and Hyde as they were earlier in the season. I think this is going to be a close game, though. I think A-Chain is going to be the one that carries this. I think he's going to run the ball a ton. They don't want to put it in Tua's hands, who does not play well in under 40-degree weather. So they need to take it out of his hands and let him manage the game. And let him be kind of like Caleb Williams and just not throw a pick. And then Rams minus 2.5. To me, they're still the best team in the NFC, even after last week. I know that they lost a close one last week, but I think they're still the best team in the NFC. I think they bounced back today. I think they look to kind of prove that they are. I think that last week was more of an anomaly, and I think they cover 3. I got this at plus 358. Then I have 2 7-point teasers. One's an over, and one's an under parlay. This one is the over. So I've got Seahawks Falcons over 37.5. The Seahawks have gone over in 7 of their 12 games, and the Falcons will do just enough to help us get over this. I think the Falcons probably get 14 points, which means I think this game's going to be somewhere around 28-14. So getting over 37.5 feels decent to me. Colts versus Jags over 38.5. The Colts are efficient on offense. They're going to have a heavy dose of Jonathan Taylor with Daniel Jones's leg still being a little gimpy. But if they get behind, then they will start airing it out. The Jags have been playing well lately. But I think that the Colts are going to be too much, and the Colts need. Honestly, these two teams are both in prove it territory right now. Like the Jags are starting to look good, but people don't believe it. The Colts did look good and kind of fell off, and people are not believing it. So this is a prove it game for both of them. I think we're going to see a lot of scoring in this game. Steelers versus Ravens. This is one that normally I wouldn't have taken, because these games are usually low scoring. But like I said before, these are not your daddy's defenses that are the Steelers and Ravens. These defenses are both in bottom half of the league. Neither one of them can stop the pass. The Steelers are the worst team in the NFL against the pass. And then you've got Derrick Henry, who's probably going to run all over the Steelers. And then you've got Jalen Warren, who's been picking it up. I think that this game gets over 36.5. Again, all of these lines I moved down 7 points. Then lastly, Rams versus Cardinals. This feels like the easiest one on this sheet of all. I moved this down to 40.5. The Rams average 27.8 points per game. They're the 4th ranked offense, and the Cardinals average 22.1 points per game, and the Cardinals allow 25.3 points a game, while the Rams allow 17.5. You put all those together, they still get over 40.5. And this game, I think it goes clearly over that. That's plus 273. Then we've got the under parlay of the day, the 7-point teaser under. Titans versus Browns. This is going to be an ugly game. This is going to be a lot of defense and a lot of running. I don't think it gets close to the 34, which is the wildest over-under I've ever seen. It was like 33.5 or 34, but 41 feels like a lot. Commanders versus Vikings. I just talked about it. So the Commanders offense, I think, will be good today. The Vikings, I don't know. Yeah, the Commanders defense overall hasn't been good, but like I said, the last 2 weeks they've been good. I think that this game is 50 feels like a lot for this game, to be clear. That means that both of these teams would have to put up 20, 25-ish, 26 points a game for this game. I don't know how many times the Vikings have gone over 26, but I promise you it hasn't been a lot. So I feel like under 50.5 feels good. Saints Bucks under 49. The Saints have gone under in 8 straight games. And the Bucks are passing at a 57% clip this season, and they're going against the 7th ranked pass defense, which you wouldn't think the Saints are, but they are. They've been playing better than people realize. So I think they're going to have to lean more towards the run because I don't think the passes lanes are going to be there as much. They still will throw the ball. Don't get me wrong. Baker, especially if it's close in the end, Baker likes to try to play hero mode, and he will start airing it out. But I think that it stays close for 3 quarters, and then maybe you get some scoring in the fourth quarter, but 49's a lot. And then Broncos versus Raiders under 47.5. I don't think the Raiders are going to give you much, which means the Broncos have to score like 30 points in this game, and I just don't see it. I think this game is going to be something like 28-10, maybe, but I don't see it getting anywhere near 48 points, and I got that at plus 275. Then we're going to do a throwback here. So look, after last week, who burned us for over $200 on the only scores, you're like, why are you going back to JSN? There is zero chance they allow JSN to have a game like he did last week. They're going to be looking his way a lot. I got him for 6+ receptions. He's hit this in 8 games this season, and this is a get right game after what was the most abysmal game I've seen of 1 catch for 6 yards. I think he only had 3 targets. That's not happening today. Bijan Robinson, 30+ receiving yards. He's hit this in 4 of his last 5 weeks. He's hit it 100% since Cousins has taken over, and Bijan is their entire offense. Like Drake London out, there is nobody else. It's Bijan. You're going to get him on the ground. You're going to get him through the air. You're going to get a lot of Bijan today. Bet him in pretty much every category you want to. Britton Strange, 40+ receiving yards. He's hit this in 4 of his last 7, or 5 of his last 7, 4 of his last 5. And the Colts actually do get cooked a little bit by tight ends this year. They've given up this line to half the tight ends they face this year, and Strange has been very good when on the field. And then lastly, I'm going with a little home pick of Terry McLaurin, 40+ receiving yards. He's hit this in 4 of his last 5, 4 straight. And they have that full complement of receivers with Jaden Daniels back. I think that they will be able to get him some looks. He can get this in 1 catch, to be clear. I think that their offense is actually going to try to throw the ball today against the Vikings. Got this at plus 427 and boosted it to plus 568 on Fanatics. And then obviously the best bet of the day is always on my slip, which is, but you could just consider that always on there, whether it's here or not, which was the Bears plus 6.5.
There you go. By the way, what is that, a balloon in your car, CJ?
No, it's an air freshener.
What now?
I don't know why that looks like a balloon.
He saw an air freshener and thought it was a balloon.
Yeah.
It's a Flagstop air freshener, to be exact.
Oh, that is actually pretty sick. It doesn't kind of look like a balloon, though, at first glance. This is not really breaking news, but just in case Jen wants to potentially throw on the 750 Club, Bucky Irving got baptized today. So, just saying. Take that with what?
What you're saying is I'm going to drop $100 on them, score 2 touchdowns.
Also, shout out Tulane and JMU for making the playoff, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, we just talked about that, though. Do you think they might put a Bama in over JMU? I don't know. Or Tulane.
So the 12 are set.
Did they already? Oh, they did set this. They did set it.
So the 12 seed is JMU, the 11 seed is Tulane, the 10 seed is Miami.
That's crazy.
The 9 seed is Alabama. The 8 seed is Oklahoma. Ole Miss is the 6.
That literally just
Texas
dropped.
A&M. Yeah, just dropped. 5 is Oregon. Texas Tech, Indiana, Georgia, and Ohio State are your buys.
Wow.
Breaking news.
Number 1 seed. Well, yeah, Indiana. Duh. That was
Indiana. But Ohio State retains the 2. They'll. I mean, so
they could play in the championship game, right? Do I have that right?
Yes, they could. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Georgia and Texas Tech are your top 4. Texas
Who got left out?
5.
Oh, Notre Dame.
The 7.
Yeah, Notre Dame got left out.
Virginia.
Miami.
Every ACC team minus Miami is out.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because Duke won. We talked about that. Wow. Breaking news. Literally dropped what, like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago.
Unbelievable. Well, congratulations to Bama. I don't know.
Bama, JMU. In fact, JMU got in. That's super cool. Tulane got in. the thought was that one of those teams wouldn't get in, and Notre Dame would be in.
Yeah.
You could. So there's a small argument to put in Duke, and the only reason why is every single one of their wins was against the top 70% of, or like the top 70 as far as ranking in college football. So like that's the one argument you could make for Duke over James Madison, but I think a one-loss James Madison team, that their only loss was against Louisville when they were fully healthy, is the right play. And then Alabama getting in, even though they lost to Georgia, that makes sense.
I actually think that this feels right.
It does feel good. It feels
the only one, and I hate to say this, and I think Rob, I think you would agree. The only one that's a little iffy is the Bama, but
it's not iffy, and I'll tell you why. Because they had a string of like where they beat top 15 teams 4 weeks in a row. That's what got them in. And they lost to a team. They lost to a Georgia team that's ranked 4th. It's not like they lost to nobody. Like
the only reason why I say iffy is because of the 3 losses.
I personally wouldn't have cared if they didn't get in because I don't think they're going to go very far.
You did say that. Yeah,
but I think that the right thing to do was for them to be in.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do because their only bad loss was against Florida State, but earlier in the year that wasn't a bad loss.
Right.
They had the most wins against conference top 25 teams too in the country. Yeah. The only, I mean, you could make the argument for. I mean, North Texas, sure, but two teams weren't from the American, wasn't going to get in.
No,
I think a lot of people are going to be
North Texas after they get mollywopped.
The thing is, if BYU wins, they're in. And Texas Tech would have been in too. So it's like Texas, that. Yeah, BYU fumbled the bag.
And BYU lost all credibility in the second half of that game when Texas Tech took them to the woodshed.
BYU fumbled the bag. Like that's it. And then the only other. I think that they did.
I don't really think BYU fumbled the bag. I think they just were nowhere near Texas Tech.
No, they're not as good as Texas Tech. But what I'm saying is, if they keep that game close,
I know who has every right to be upset, but they can't at the same time because they did lose to Bama, which. Right, Vanderbilt lost to Bama, right?
Yeah. Yes, they did.
Yeah. So that's the only. If Vandy beats Bama, then this is a whole other story.
Yeah, well, but Alabama be out if
100%.
Vanderbilt beat them. So
I think they got it pretty right. I think they got it pretty good.
I think they got it right. It looks right to me.
There's only 1 or 2 teams that have legit like. Notre Dame is pissed. Yeah, Notre Dame can't be pissed because they lost.
Here's the deal with Notre Dame, right? Like
they lost to Miami.
There's that, and do this thing like become a member of a good conference and you're in.
Yeah.
Like either become a member of the Big Ten or become a member of the SEC, and then go through that daunting schedule, and then tell me whether you deserve to be in. Like the ACC is trash.
They can't keep.
And like my squad's in the ACC, so I can sit there and say this with the vigor and tenacity of a player or of a fan that's allowed to say this. A Virginia Tech Hokie football fan. Shout out Jen. I'm sorry, you can't sit there and tell me the ACC is strong enough to get you there. Like the Big Ten, the Big Ten isn't even really that strong outside of Ohio State and Oregon.
And Indiana.
In Indiana. Sorry, I forgot it. I lapse in saying Indiana.
Big Ten has 6 legitimate top 25 teams though.
It's maybe not the SEC. It's not the SEC.
The
SEC you can beat up. Mississippi State be a top 4 team.
Texas is a fraud though. Texas, we have to take Texas out of there. Texas. But they also played Ohio State.
The biggest thing for me, if you're the committee, you look at Notre Dame. They played 3 teams ranked in the top 25. They lost 2 of them. This team, you don't think this team's going to beat anybody, or so in the playoffs. So
who was that again? Who did you say?
So they lost to you. They lost. The only ranked team they beat was USC. At the time, USC was 16. They lost to Texas A&M and they lost to Miami. Both of those were top 25 teams.
Yeah, Notre Dame had a fraudulent
Yeah, they were fraudulent.
resume. Yeah.
I guess
No,
Texas
I think
might have a gripe. Maybe Texas has a gripe,
but 3 losses. I mean, it's tough to.
right, that's the problem. Well, but again, all 3 of those losses are to playoff teams.
True, but I think Bama's losses were better, and especially because they were in the SEC, especially because one of those is the SEC championship game. Like,
right,
like that's no. I think people were poo pooing like the committee and everything, and there are going to be BYU people that are pissed, but other than that, this actually seems like the best 12 teams in college football.
The only gripes you can make, like I said,
North Texas maybe, but then they just lost. They just lost.
North Texas would have lost by 50 to 10 of these teams.
But I think Tulane gets boat raced by Ole Miss, but whatever.
Yeah, that's correct. I think the only gripes you can make are to James Madison and to Tulane, but at the same time, with those gripes, they're
conference champions.
Yeah, they're conference champions. And you could sit there and be like, oh, but the ACC was trash this year. Like, should Miami have gotten in? I don't know. They were so good in the first part of the year.
I don't know if Miami has any shot anyway, but
no, they're going to get boat raced in game.
I mean, there's a lot of teams there's a lot of teams that don't have a shot, to be clear.
Oklahoma, Alabama, though, that's going to be a fun game.
That's the only one of the first 4 that will be.
I would like to see what JMU can do. I would like to see what JMU can do. I'm hopping on the. I will imagine. I can't wait to. They probably haven't announced them yet.
Who's JMU playing? I didn't pay attention.
Oregon.
JMU's going to get boat raced.
Yes, but I'm interested in what I'm interested in what the spread is. That's what I'm saying.
All of those spreads are going to be double digits except for Oklahoma, Alabama. Every single one.
Oregon JMU might be 20 points.
I would take JMU.
20, I'm taking. Yeah, I think yes. If it's 20 or more, I'm taking JMU. But yeah, no. Breaking news on both ends.
JMU loses by double digits. They don't lose by 20.
Find you a show that'll break the news that Bucky Irving got baptized and then the college football playoffs. You can't.
Eat your heart out, sports books.
But hey, PD King, we got about 10 minutes till kickoff. You want to get through your
I'll get through mine. Yeah, it's not a problem.
I'm gonna throw you solo.
I gotta remember. Yeah. Throw me up. You're good.
Okay. Hold on.
And I will. You're good. Just rotate over. Click the thing.
And then I'm doing you big screen.
How do I do big screen? Oh, because you don't have. Oh, just me solo. Yeah, hit the big one on the far left.
Right here.
There you go. Yeah. Well, yeah, that works because then you're still on the screen. You guys can talk. I can't. I remember most of them. Let's go to the NBA first. I have a teaser bet in the NBA. I've got the Knicks. I moved it by like 10 points. So I got like the Knicks plus 7.5 or something like that.
Correct. I got you. I can tell you all the numbers.
Yeah. So I got the Knicks. I've got the Sixers. I think it's 15.5 there.
Correct.
I got the Nuggets on the money line, and then I got the Thunder.
Correct.
All that together, I think I'm at like 177 or 117, something like that.
170 plus 117.
Okay, 117, perfect. All those teams should cover. I think the Sixers probably lose that game, but it's by single digits. So just in case some weird crap happens at the end, I get a little bit more than double. They're just there. I mean, they're at home versus the Lakers. So yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yes. Then the Knicks, they play incredible at home, and I'm getting them at plus on the spread. Sign me up. I'm all day for that. You can't go wrong with the Thunder money line in today's day and age, and you can't go wrong with the Nuggets on the money line in today's day and age too. So that's the reason why I'm taking them. I've got 7 10-point spread in the NFL. It's the Browns, the Dolphins. It's basically every 1 o'clock game, and I moved them. So Browns, Dolphins. Shoot.
I'll read each one to you, and you can just talk about them. It's Browns plus 6.5.
Yeah, Browns. They're going to win that game, and I get them basically a touchdown bet. I'm all day for that.
All right, we got Jags plus 11.5.
Yeah, the Jags haven't lost at home to the Colts since 2014. So now I'm getting double digits on that. Sign me up.
I will say this morning I watched Pat McAfee, who is the diehard Colts, and he's worried about this game as well because the Jags own the Colts Historically.
At home in Jacksonville, they own them. Ever since 2014, they have not lost. The last time the Colts beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville is 2014.
We got
That's wild. That's a wild stat.
Yeah.
We got Bucks plus 1.5.
Oh, yeah, they're versus the Saints, and I get plus money. You might as well call it a money line if you want to up the odds. There's no way the Bucks lose to the Saints, but it's a 10-point teaser, so I moved it by 10. It was 8.5. Now I get a plus 1.5, just in case some fluky, pitchy, woo-woo crap happens. Go ahead.
I mean, Dolphins plus 7.5.
Yeah, again, they're versus the Jets. They should win this game. H-Chain haven't, and I get a touchdown just in case. Sure, go ahead.
Seahawks plus 3.5.
Yeah, they're come on now. Let's not quabble over stuff. The Seahawks are going to win.
Ravens plus 4.5.
Yeah, they're going up against the Steelers, and I get plus at home. The Steelers, the most the Steelers would win by, if they could even possibly win, is 3. Yeah, lock that in.
And then Broncos plus 2.5.
Yeah, the Broncos. Are you kidding me? They're versus I'm sorry, Pat. They're against your Raiders, right? If I remember correctly. There's no way the Broncos lose this game. So yeah, getting them with plus on the slate just in case something crazy happens, I'm in. Oh, go ahead.
He said he got it at plus 250, plus he round robined it at 120 different lines. And then your touchdown parlay is next.
Yeah. So I want to say about the round robin, it's the straight spreads. So take all the spreads that we just gave, push them back to the regular, and I round robin those. That's how I round robin them. I didn't round robin them with the 10-pointer. Because you don't get any money like that.
Right.
So that's the reason. So I took all the standard spreads and then round robin them. 120 bets, did them all for a dime, and then rolled it. Yes, I did that. Now my touchdown parlay. I think I've got a bunch of our. I got a bunch of our touchdown.
You have all four. You have the entire only scores, and you added Kyron Williams basically.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like you can't. Come on now. Like there's no way. And they're all running backs. The weather's starting to get colder. So you got to take running backs in this situation. So yeah,
and you know what's funny is I took H-Chain, but I was on the fence with Kyron Williams. It was either going to be one of the two. So
yeah, right. So again, I'm not going to sit here and play coy. I made that bet yesterday. Actually, shout out to JT Picks Pro. I had 3 of these, and I was looking for the other 2, and then he dropped his bet that had the other 2. So I liked H-Chain, I liked Henry, and I liked Josh Jacobs. And then he dropped Kyron Williams and dropped James Cook on his. So that's the reason why I dropped with it. And then if you get the boost on DraftKings right now, you can do a 5-legger and get it at 50% profit boost. So that's where you get that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I love this slate today. I will figure out the round robin. The round robin will literally count as one bet for or against. And that's how the records go. And then I will make the math work for how many units up and how many units down. Now, if every single one of those bets hit, if I go 7 for 7 on that, there is no way you're catching me on King of the Units, by the way.
Oh, that's fair.
Because it's every single one of those round robins is like plus 2,000.
I love it.
Like for the bigger ones, obviously, like the but of course there's a billion of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah,
there's a lot of them. So like I think overall it's $12 to win like $160 or something like that if all 7 of them hit. So good luck, because nobody's going to catch me.
I just want to see them all hit so I can watch them. Your head looked like in The Hangover when he was doing blackjack, all the numbers flying through your head trying to figure out the math.
Actually, if all of them hit, it won't be bad, because then I can just look at the total and then go. It's like if one hits, then I'm like, crap, now I got to figure it out. I did it on the other round robin. I ended up making. It was essentially the equivalent of hitting a minus 724. But I lost a unit. So I lost the unit, but then hit the equivalent of a minus 724. It's like, oh, okay. So I lost like
0.3.
0.8 something.
Yeah.
Like it was like, okay. But I mean, it wasn't too bad.
There you go. All righty. Well, there you have it. Just in the nick of time. And
somehow we got through all our picks, broke the top 12 of the college rankings, and we talked about a player getting baptized. Like
somehow, some way, we did.
And who was the person that commented? We should give them another shout out.
Oh, it was shout out to Sarah.
Was it? Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah,
Sarah.
go Birds.
Sarah. Yeah.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Sarah, that's right.
Somebody did, I believe, DM me a pick. I can for
smack that DM up. Let's see what we got.
Where is it? Hold on.
I got 2 minutes to bet it. Hurry up.
Okay, good. Why don't you the last call?
All right, hold on. So I'm not going to name them all here. I'm just going to let the people know. I have a 17-leg parlay today.
Oh my God.
It's not as crazy as it sounds because all 17 legs is only plus 2,200. I took 17 quarterbacks, and the line on all of them is either 150 or 175 passing. So, like, they should all hit. The only difference is I have Kirk Cousins at 125. I left out some obvious ones, but if I can hit that, that'll be plus 2,200, which will be wild. I also have like 10 bets where I took the entire line of I did one with a 7-point spread for the entire field. I did a money line for the entire field. I did a point spread for the entire field. So it could be a very big or very bad day for me.
Here we go.
Here I'm still trying. So I don't know why. Oh, here it is. But go ahead. You can go ahead, CJ. I'll throw it in.
No, you're good. I'm trying to get something together here real quick. Give me the following quarterbacks, 2+ passing touchdowns. I'm going to go back to this and see if one doesn't screw me. Give me Baker. Give me Sam Darnold. Give me Joe Burrow. And give me Trevor Lawrence, all 2+ passing touchdowns today.
Oh, okay. Nice little quarterback shenanigans.
Yeah, a little quarterback shenanigans.
And the one, it's from a buddy of mine, Austin, sent in 3+ Tez Johnson receptions.
Okay.
He said he got it at around 160. So, just random prop bet. Yeah.
Just so everybody has it, that four-leg touchdown passing parlay, you get it at 11.58.
We're just swinging for the fences today. We need a big day as a show. We do. We're due.
I also have a 50-cent bet to win $2,290.93.
Is that on DraftKings?
You can forget that.
I took the straight up over under on every game.
Oh.
So I've got this is the wild one. I got the Titans Browns under 34.
Oh, I love that so much.
The Seahawks Falcons under 44.5. The Colts Jags over 46. The Commanders Vikings under 43.5. Saints Bucks under 42. Steelers Ravens over 43.5. Bengals Buffalo under 53.5. Dolphins Jets over 41. Denver Vegas. I went a little wild. I went opposite of what I said earlier, but I'm gonna go over 40.5. Bears Packers under 44. Rams Cardinals over 47.5. And Texans Chiefs under 41.5. And Eagles Chargers under 41.5. Plus 458,185.
I'm a sucker for those gross over-unders. I'm a sucker for them.
I missed like half of those, but I got 10 of them at plus 700 essentially.
There you go.
700 to 1.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, gentlemen. Well, kickoff is about to happen. Thank you guys for joining in and dealing with my not so great graphic skills today. I was kind of rushing around, but hey, we made it happen. We did it. We're here. We're having fun. We will be back tomorrow. Thank you to Jen and the Hold My Earrings Chicks Picks. Thank you to both of you for being here. And hey, it is just the Betslips where we bring you one thing and one thing only every single show, every single day for the most part. And that is the hot tips to help your bets. Shout out to Nevin. Let us play you out.
Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the Betslips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the Betslips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, here I go. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the Betslips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the Betslips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Football.
Yeet.
Yeet.